Educational approaches of the last 50 years have created a consensus in Western culture that makes it exceedingly difficult for young people to accept a worldview governed by Scripture. The perspective that dominates virtually every field of study involving art, history, literature, and philosophy is that there is no transcendent truth that should or can guide our thoughts, values, and practices. Writers, philosophers, religious leaders, educators, and pop culture influencers concur that all truth is relative. All propositions must be tentative. All values need to be contextualized and seen as subject to the changing moral standards of the dominant culture. As a consequence, presidents of our nation's leading colleges have recently testified before Congress that they are uncertain if their institution's policies make it wrong to advocate Jewish genocide. Writer, missionary, and musician Ben Pierce well characterizes the effects of our uncertainty consensus upon university culture. There is one thing a professor can be absolutely certain of. Almost every student entering the university believes, or says he believes, that truth is relative. If this belief is put to the test, one can count on the student's reaction. They will be uncomprehending. That anyone should regard the proposition as not self-evident astonishes them, as though he were calling into question 2 + 2 = 4. The notion that there are truth principles for morals and values that transcend time and culture because they are given by God is viewed as not only out of date but also ignorant and bigoted. In the place of transcendent truth, once characterized by Christian philosopher Francis Schaeffer with a capital T, that should govern all morals and ethics, our society tends only to recognize the validity of personal truth, lowercase t, to guide one's individual choices. The movement from a capital T to a lowercase t consensus in Western culture in the late 20th century was directly contrary to the ideals of previous centuries. Previous claims to truth that were self-evident were formed on the presumption that science, faith, natural law, or some combination of them, could establish universal truths for human conduct that would provide for the common good of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now the Oprah ethic of needing to speak your truth is presumed to be not only a mark of courage, but a necessity resulting from the recognition that there is no other standard that makes sense because there is no other truth that can have universal application or shared meaning. The radical relativism of our day argues that the only truth on which anyone can operate is that which is derived from their own experience.